Breaking news, former President Trump has been indicted by the Manhattan Criminal Court. So what happens next? He will be arrested. He will be fingerprinted. He will be processed. He does have to appear in court. There is no guarantee that he's going to be handcuffed, though. And Secret Service will be with him every step of the way. NYPD just got orders to step up their police presence around the courthouse and to be aware of any potential protests that break out. There's also additional police security surrounding Mar-a-Lago. Trump is the first former president to be indicted with a federal crime. And this all has to do with the hush money that was paid to Stormy Daniels and the New York case against him. We are still waiting for a potential indictment for election interference in Georgia. Trump has not made a formal statement about this yet, but he did change his profile to say they're not coming after me, they're coming after you, I'm standing in their way, and then put this little sizzle reel up of him looking tough. I'll let you know when we have more.
This is absolutely disgusting what they're doing to Trump. And the whole talking point that the left is doing right now, that no one is above the law and the law is the law. Have they even looked into what they're indicting Trump for? Have they even looked into it? Because their beloved President Obama did way worse with his campaign funds. So what they're saying is that Trump classified this $130K hush payment, which is perfectly illegal, by the way. Politicians do hush payments all the time. $130K hush payment as a legal expense. And that's what they're getting after him for, saying it was a campaign expense. It wasn't. First of all, that is just a fine. At best, a fine. And look at this. Obama hid $1.9 million of his actual campaign money from the FEC. Over 1,300 donations that were illegal that they kept. And the Obama campaign received a fine, one of the largest there ever has been, but received a fine. That's it. Oh, and let's not forget that Obama, when he left office, spent $36 million on lawsuits to keep information secret from when he was president. Completely illegal, by the way. He worked to change laws so he wouldn't have to be a transparent president, just like how Hillary Clinton deleted emails. If you're the idiot out there, the person that hates Trump that's just like, no one's above the law and this should happen, don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite. You need to go after Obama and Clinton as well because they did worse.
I'm so indicted and I just can't hide it. I'm about to go to jail and I don't like it. I'm so indicted and I just can't hide it. I know. I am so screwed.
Donald Trump has just become the first president in U.S. history to be indicted, and he will be arrested. But if you think that an arrest means that you'll see him in cuffs, guess again. My name is Hugo Lord, and I'm going to talk about the law, not the politics, because I don't do politics, but I do the law. So what this means is that a grand jury met in order to review evidence, and that grand jury determined that there's enough evidence to charge him with the crime. What the jury did not do is determine whether or not he is guilty or not guilty. This indictment just means that he will be charged. The next step is for him to turn himself in. That is the arrest. He's not going to be in cuffs. He's going to turn himself in, where he will go to an arraignment where he will say whether he's guilty or not guilty. Everyone in America is innocent until proven guilty. That is enshrined in our Constitution. This is going to be a circus because it's unprecedented, but I will cover the legal aspects of this case moving forward. So stay tuned, and I look forward to seeing you there.
Okay, if you're a bit confused about the whole Trump indictment, listen up, because here are the basics of what he's allegedly in trouble for. So back in the final weeks of the 2016 election, Trump allegedly directed his attorney at the time, Michael Cohen, to pay adult film actress Stormy Daniels $130,000, attempting to buy her silence over an alleged sexual encounter she had with Trump a decade earlier. Cohen was later reimbursed in monthly installments out of then President Donald Trump's personal account. Trump's company then lodged these payments as legal expenses, a categorization prosecutors have since questioned. We don't know all the indictment details just yet, but several US media outlets have reported that Trump will likely be charged with falsifying business records. In New York, where he's been indicted, this is just a misdemeanor, but here's why it could be upgraded to a felony. See, the crux of the issue is, does Cohen's payment to Daniels count as using money to influence the outcome of an election, aka contributing to Trump's campaign? Because if so, the failure to disclose that payment may count as a felony violation of campaign finance law. Cohen has actually already pleaded guilty to this, but because it was part of a larger plea deal, this question was never actually tested before a jury. Now, Trump denies all wrongdoing, saying he would have made payments to Daniels regardless of the presidential campaign. Also, it's worth noting that the Constitution doesn't prohibit indicted, convicted, or even incarcerated felons from running for president. So this doesn't automatically spell the end of Trump 2024.